What's going on, guys? This is Keegan from DoubleKCollectibles, and today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the new Disney Doorables Stitch Experiment set. Let's get into it. Alright, so taking a look here at the front of the box, we have Stitch, of course, we have Reuben, and we've got Kix right there. There are 9 different figures in this Doorable box. Let's take a look at the back to see who we can get right there. And we'll take a closer look at these guys as we open them all up. I'm super excited about this. I've actually been waiting for this box to come out since it was revealed a couple months back, because I've always been a big fan of the different experiments in the Lilo and Stitch series, both the TV show and the Stitch movie. And whenever they introduced, you know, all the different experiments, I really loved them all as a kid. I loved the show so much, and there's never too much merch of all the different cousins. And some of these we see more often, like Angel, of course, we always see stuff with. Reuben's a bit more popular. Recently, Leroy has gotten a lot of merch too, and Sparky occasionally gets stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead, let's open this up, and we'll take a look at them all. We'll open these up slowly and go over them. All right, and right here is a little list with all of them, so we'll go over all their names once we open them up. Let's see, that looks like that might be Leroy right there. I'm wondering if it's random or not. We'll see here. Alright, it is random, looks like. That is a little Angel right there. Look at that. That is so cute. That is great. And Angel has gotten a lot of love in the recent years as well. All of Lilo and Stitch has really gotten a lot of love in recent years. So that's really cool to see. Stitch is now like a massive icon, which he kind of always was, but more so in the last like 5 years. He's everywhere again, which is super strange because when I was a kid, I was all about Stitch when it came out. I loved the movie. Again, I loved the show. Ooh, and there's Leroy right there. He is definitely not one of my favorite experiments. Of course, that's from the Leroy and Stitch movie. He's still cool, though. I like him a lot as well. I loved all the Stitch movies, again, and the show when I was a kid, and I just could never get enough stuff of it. So seeing all this stuff nowadays, all the stuff that kids have, is crazy. If I was a kid nowadays, I would have so much Stitch stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, whenever I see different experiments, different cousin toys, I'll always pick them up if they're cheap enough, just because I like adding them to my collection, my toy collection, that is, and having the different experiments to go with Stitch stuff. There we go. We got a little Stitch in his suit with his 2 guns out right there. Of course, 626. Leroy is 629, of course. And then Angel is 624. There we go. I'll try to say their experiment numbers as we pull them all up. But yeah, no, this was revealed a couple of months back, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to get it. And the other day at Walmart, I was there, and this was on an end cap, and I figured, you know what, now's a great time. Let's do it, and let's review. All right, and here we go. There's Reuben. He is one of the best experiments, I think. He's great. 625, always a great character in the show and the later movies. Super fun. I love Reuben. There you go. All right, let's get into the next one here, guys. We're getting all the experiments we usually see, so I'm excited to see some of the lesser known ones, like number 254, which is Mr. Stingy. Look at that. That is too cute. I remember his episode from the show, actually. That was an episode I feel like they always showed. I'm trying to think of what my favorite episodes were. One of my favorite ones was the, I think it was the Halloween episode with the ghost experiment, which I always forget his name. It's been a long time since I've seen the show. I tried a lunchbox with a couple different experiments on it as a kid, and he was one of them. I just remember really liking that episode and really liking that experiment because he was cool looking. Let's see. Ooh, see, this is one we never see stuff of. This is Experiment 10. This is Felix. There you go. That is a great looking one. I love that. He's one of the main reasons I bought this box. Is again, there's like almost no Felix merch, and especially not figures. So that's really cool. That is a really, really nice one. I'm super happy with that one right there. All right, we got 3 left, guys. Let's see who it could be in this next one. There is one other that I'm very excited to get because, ooh, this isn't him, but this is awesome. I had no idea he was going to look like this, where he's all translucent right there. That is sick looking. That is experiment 523, which is Slushy. Look at that. That is a really cool one. I don't actually really remember this guy, but I'll try to find a little clip to put in here of him. All right, there you go. And that is a great looking figure. Also, one of the reasons I really wanted this box. There's nothing of him. And again, even though I don't really remember him that well, still super cool to see that. All right, second to last one here. All right, and here he is. This is, of course, Sparky, and this is experiment 221. Now, Sparky is a great experiment from the Stitch the movie. I really loved that movie as a kid because it set up the TV show. It showed all the experiments being put onto Earth, and obviously leads into that show. And I just really loved that as a kid. I thought it was so cool having to, you know, catch them all. It was, you know, I guess kind of Disney's answer to Pokemon at the time. You know, it's weird thinking about that. But looking back, that's totally what they were doing. It was their answer to Pokemon and to Digimon, of course, which had taken the world by storm at that point. And, you know, clearly Disney wanted to capitalize off of that success. And I just ripped that bag open as I was getting out. But here you go. This is going to be the last one. This is experiment 601. And that is Kix. Now, that is also a great looking figure. I actually do have an action figure somewhere of this guy that I think was from like a Disney Store exclusive pack from back in the day, and that is a really great looking figure. That's also one of the main reasons I wanted this one. I always liked this guy's design, and that is just a great looking figure. So we have Kix right there. Let me know what your guys' favorite experiment is that we opened up today here. Is it Kix, Sparky, Angel, Stitch? You know, who's it gonna be? Ruben, there we go. Whoever, let me know, guys. I really love this Felix. I think the Felix and the Sparky are my favorite ones, but I do love the Ruben right there, and I think the Slushy one right here just looks so cool as well. What a great Doorable. But yeah, let me know what your favorite experiment was that I opened up today, or your favorite experiment in general from the Stitch series. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this short unboxing and review. I guess speaking of a review, definitely pick these up. It was a fairly cheap box for getting 9 different experiment Doorables. Here you go. So if you're a Lilo and Stitch fan, and especially a Lilo and Stitch the series fan with all the experiments, pick this up for sure. Can't recommend it enough. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.